Hello and welcome to It's a Sure Thing, the weekly conscious community collective show, and with a guest every single week who is making a difference in the community. Enlighten Tribe is part of the community making a difference, and we're coming here every single week. And today we are going to be sharing with the beautiful Natalie Purcell, who is the founder of Byron Bay Detox Retreats. She's one of Australia's leading naturopath detox specialists, and she also has a wealth of skills in all different areas to do with health and well-being, and different modalities as well. She's been running Byron Bay Detox Retreats for 12 years. She's the most amazing person and human being, and I had the pleasure of meeting her in May when I committed for myself and for my own healing to do a detox and reset. And today's episode is going to be about the detox and reset. The whole philosophy behind Byron Bay Detox Retreats is to support the physical, the mental, the emotional and the spiritual benefits of detoxification to purify your body and heal on a cellular level. And what Natalie and her beautiful team of amazing therapists do is help you to glow from the inside out. So thank you all for joining, and please share with your friends, let them know that you're on here and that we're live. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome beautiful Natalie Purcell.
Hi, Sue. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. And I feel very honored to be here and to be part of the show tonight. So thanks for having me.
Thank you. It's an absolute pleasure. And I had the most amazing 6 days retreat at Byron Bay, because one of my goals was to do a proper professional retreat. And that's what I found every step of the way, and that's what I feel makes a unique difference with Byron Bay Detox Retreats. So perhaps you can share a little bit about the detox journey and why you need to detox.
Yeah. So we all know we live in a toxic world. We can't escape it. There is about 140,000 toxic chemicals that are actually in our environment, and about 1,500 new ones are being introduced each year. So it's quite crazy, the toxic burden that we are surrounded with these days. And what happens is that our detoxification organs can't keep up with the elimination of these toxins. So we all go and service our car, and ultimately our body is not only our vehicle, but it is also our temple. So that's why it's just so important to take that time out to detoxify, not only physically, but also, as you were saying, Sue, we are holistic beings. So we're not just physical. As we detoxify the toxins on that physical level, there is a lot of detoxification of the mental, the emotional, the negative thoughts, feelings, old stories, old addictions, and all of that needs to be let go of. So that's why it's such a powerful process when we're able to let go on all those different levels.
And with all the therapists that you have, your team of people at the detox retreat, they fully support you going through this process. So you're never alone. But if you want to be alone, you can be as well. If you don't want to talk to people, you can wear the silent badge. So it's a real individual, but also you just held by all the angels in white. That's what we all do.
And that's what I say to people, that I just want people to visualize that they are pushing the eject button on their normal day-to-day life, their normal responsibilities, the stressors, and that when they arrive with us, they are being held in this beautiful cocoon of healing light, and that ultimately it is all about you, about coming back home and reconnecting and strengthening your relationship with self, because so many of us too have forgotten how to be. We're so used to doing that we've forgotten how to be. So retreat is a beautiful space to actually stop, reset, reconnect with yourself, and also strengthening our relationship with the divine, the God, that higher source that we all know exists, especially in this community called the Enlighten Tribe. I'm sure everybody, is very connected to that source as well.
Absolutely. And the other thing I really enjoyed about the retreat was that you had yoga every single morning if you wanted to attend yoga, and it wasn't at 5 o'clock in the morning or something ridiculous. It was 8 o'clock. 9, is it 8 o'clock?
Yes. So rest is important.
Yes, and also that have a walk on the beach, because the beach is right on your doorstep. But no kind of excessive exercise, because you need to give your body a rest as well. I found that really interesting.
Yeah, most definitely. So that's why it's so important that we do stay in that parasympathetic, the rest and digest, to be able to detox most effectively. And also it is a detox from our devices, because our devices as well, we realize how much they can become parasites and how much, again, that can be another addiction. So it's a great thing that all of those addictions are taken away. So the devices, you know, the wine, the food, the chocolate, and that people can really allow themselves to let go of what they're holding, because that's what happens in our normal day-to-day life as well, is that when negative emotions arise for us, quite often we do reach out for our band-aids, whether it be the wine, the chocolate, our devices. And so the beautiful thing about fasting and detoxification is that all of those band-aids are taken away. So whatever needs to be healed comes up to be released and let go. And so that's why at the end of the week, everybody looks 10, 15 years younger, because energetically they have let go of so much, not just the physical, but the mental, the emotional, the baggage, the old ways of being. So I say it's like these lotuses that blossom at the end of the week. Quite a transformation.
It really, really is, and such a beautiful group that we had when we came in May, and just so supported with colonics, because there's a few colonics included, and a naturopath session with yourself and the other naturopaths there, which is that's what you start with, isn't it? Because you actually get to know everything about the person's health and well-being, and you really very diligent and careful with that, so that you can help them and assist them with what their goals are as well.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, I'd just like to say hi to Chris Pitcher. She's put good evening. She's coming in from South Australia. And Tony Coppins, hi there from New Zealand. So thank you, Tony, for joining us from New Zealand. If anybody's got any questions as we're talking through with Natalie today, please pop your questions up in the comments, and we'll try and get to them as well. So I just wanted to ask you, what are the actual benefits, the specific benefits of doing an actual detox? And hello, Kim Hayden. She's just joined as well. Hi, Kim.
Well, there's just so many benefits. But what I like to do, because there's so much scientific research that's being conducted now, especially by Dr. Longo. So what they've shown is there is a process called autophagy, which is kind of like a self-eating, which is like the little Pac-Man that go through the body. It's able to absorb and break down and eliminate any abnormal cells, any precancerous cells. So there's like a cellular housekeeping that happens within the body. Also, he's shown that 24 to 48 hours of fasting, we're able to actually regenerate the entire immune system, which is quite amazing. So also the PKA enzyme is decreased, which is linked to cancer and also aging. So it's very anti-aging. It brings down inflammation, brings down high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heals the gut, mental clarity, weight loss. Like, there's just so many health benefits, and it is one of the most powerful methods of healing that I've really seen with so many different health conditions, because ultimately our body knows how to heal. It just needs to have the right space and environment to allow that to occur. And fasting really accelerates that process.
Absolutely. And I know I was recommended to come to you by beautiful Danny, a joint friend of ours, and she just absolutely raved about it. And her mum, Dagmar, I think she's watching tonight as well. And they just really explained to me, excuse me, they explained that it was this totally nurturing space where you just can fast, and I actually didn't feel hungry, because you do have water every day, and you've got the supplements as well, so everyone's supported. It's not just don't eat, don't drink, don't do anything. Like you do it in a very, very monitored environment. So if anyone's having any symptoms or headaches, then you can help them and assist them to release that by a treatment, or you got herbal teas in your beautiful cottages, and there's so much more, isn't there? There's so much very specific.
Also those juices as well. So all of the juices are organic and they're cold pressed vegetable juices. So we're completely, some people think, oh my God, I'm going to be starving. You're actually nourishing your cells on a cellular level. So it's kind of like drinking liquid gold. Yes. Because of the juices, and we get more sometimes out of a week of juice fasting than we would out of a month of eating nutritionally, when we think of how many veggies go into one glass of juice. So as you know, we have our 3 juices spread out throughout the day, and they change in colours just to make sure that you're getting all those beautiful phytonutrients. And then you have your mineral broth in the evening and your herbal teas. And then also we focus on the heavy metal cleanse, the parasite cleanse, the liver cleanse, the bowel cleanse, the colonic hydrotherapy, infrared sauna, dips in the ocean, yoga, meditation. So
workshops as well, the sound baths, and then you can do other things like Wim Hof. I did the Wim Hof ice bath. That was phenomenal.
Amazing.
We have just got a question here from Tony saying, do you have anything for digestion problems?
So I would say fasting, because what happens is our body uses so much energy for digestion. The beautiful thing is when we actually stop and fast, all that energy can be diverted elsewhere in the body for self-healing. And as I was saying, our body has that innate self-healing wisdom called the vital life force energy. So your body will know where to go, will know where it needs to go to heal. So especially gut stuff, you know, just fasting, you're able to definitely heal the gut. I've had people with inflammatory bowel disease, all kinds of different gut conditions. And after a week of fasting, that will really give your gut the opportunity to heal. And also with your naturopathic consultation, because we do an initial and then we do a follow-up at the end of the week, we're able to really delve in deep and then give you recommendations at the end of the week of what you can do and implement once you get home. So it is specifically personalized for each individual as well.
Absolutely, which I really, really love. And colonics, of course, also helps with the digestion.
Definitely.
Moves the old stuff out, literally. And I know when I was there, I had 5. I had one every single day. And there was still stuff like
coming away. It's amazing, isn't it, to think you're not eating and how much it's like, oh my God, I can't believe there's still stuff there. Like we carry about 2 to 6 kilograms of toxic waste in the bowel. And that's the great thing too, is having the colonics whilst you're fasting, because you don't just keep filling up with food again. So you're able to stop eating, really go in and clear out all of that toxic waste. And also with the supplements, it'll help loosen off that mucoid plaque, so you have much deeper cleanse and absorbs all of the toxins. It's
just such a safe environment and a safe way of doing it and being monitored and supported, which I think is imperative. And I've tried to do juicing and fasting and everything on my own, but I think it's, you know, to just set yourself that target and be away for 6 days and just do it is just amazing. And it changed my life. It reset my life, which is one of the reasons why we've called it Detox and Reset, because it has reset. So it's amazing. Now, Adair's asked, what fruit or vegetables go into the juices, and are combinations important? Good question, Adair. Thank you.
Great question. So we don't do high fruit juices because they are so high in sugar. So we always use vegetables. So for example, a green juice would be kale, celery, cucumber. Sometimes we will put just a half an apple maximum, and then we'd always put a citrus, whether it be lemon, lime, also a herb, whether it be mint, parsley, coriander. Coriander is amazing for heavy metal detox as well. And then we have our orange, which is, carrot, turmeric, celery, cucumber. Turmeric is an amazing detoxifier for the liver, also anti-cancer. And then we'll do our red juice, which is usually more beetroot based.
Yeah.
Yes, those different colours, as I say, the rainbow of colours is when we're getting all those different phytonutrients, and that really helps support the detox process. And also throughout the week, you will become more alkaline. Yeah. So quite often when a lot of people are having all these aches and pains, inflammation in the body, it's just a sign that you're too acidic. So when we eliminate the acidity and we become more alkaline, I've seen people, go off all their medications who are on medication for arthritis. I've seen fibromyalgia be resolved. So it is really such a powerful method of healing that, like I said at the beginning, I don't think there's any condition that it doesn't help with. It just accelerates the healing process.
Awesome. And Ada's asked, are your juices cold pressed? Well, I know the answer to that, but I'll let you answer.
Most definitely. So with cold pressed juices, because some people are like, what's the difference? So cold pressed is when the vegetables are actually squashed. So you're retaining 98% of the nutrients. And obviously it's a much slower process, but for us, it's all about the quality. And again, it's organic, because you don't want to be drinking shots of pesticides and herbicides, which is if you're having vegetables that aren't organic, you are taking in those concentrations of pesticides, herbicides. Whereas with the centrifuge juicer, it's quick, but you're only getting about 70% of the nutrients, and also it oxidizes very quickly. So yes, definitely cold pressed juices and definitely organic.
Yes. Fantastic. So thank you for that. And Chris has just said, she's doing a colon cleanse at the moment, 4 days enemas, next couple of days juicing after that. Well done, Chris. Chris is amazing. She just looks younger and younger as she gets older and older, and she's just a absolute advocate for health in South Australia, and she's fabulous. And Tony's asked another question. I also have swollen feet. I retain, I think it's supposed to be fluid. So does this help?
Most definitely. So yes, it will definitely, the detox and fasting will reduce fluid retention. And also that can be linked to your lymphatics maybe being a little bit sluggish. So part of the detox we do is really working on the lymphatic system as well. Yeah. So most definitely big reduce in the fluid retention. Even, when just going and having some colonics, having sauna, going from the hot to the cold, that can really start getting the lymphatic system moving. And I've seen somebody even after one colonic, just to see the amount of fluid retention go down even through the colonics, and that hot to cold can really help you as well.
Absolutely.
Before you make it to retreat.
And with the healing sessions and things, there's a lot of tissue that's held in the body is emotional trauma and emotional holding on. So when you work on the cellular level and manipulate that through massage and healings, yes. I think that helps to shed the weight too. I think I lost 5 kilos in that 6 days. Yeah. And that was just literally by detoxing. So yes. I did want to mention something that I have daily that we haven't talked about yet. So I know I don't really like to show, but they are your specially made and formulated Byron Bay Detox Greens, which are the bomb.
Love the greens. So I was always wanting a formula, because sometimes you do get these green formulas and there's so much in it that they don't really have a therapeutic effect, whereas I feel sometimes less is more. And as I was saying before, just the importance of keeping our system alkalized, because they've also shown that acid and all these inflammatory conditions can't actually, did I say acid? Yes, I did. I meant to say cancer and inflammatory conditions can't survive in an alkaline environment. And so that's why it's really important we keep our system alkaline, and that's why I did create the Byron Bay Detox Greens, and again, all ACO certified organic, and has all those high super greens in there, the glutamine as well for the gut repair, and also St. Mary's thistle as well for the liver detox and regeneration.
Beautiful. And you get that, that's the first drink you get on a morning. You get a couple of tablespoons of that in your water, shake that up. And I actually have that on its own as well now. I'm enjoying it. I like it. I like the taste.
The bitterness, and it's so good for the liver. First thing in the morning, getting up and alkalizing, it's so important. Yeah. Because when we're sleeping at night, that's when we're detoxifying the most. So getting up and alkalizing instead of going for that first morning coffee. For the people that do drink coffee out there, always good to alkalize first. Really important.
Awesome. And Dagmar's just put totally, me too. She loves the Byron Bay Detox Greens. And Dagmar. And Chris has said 70 this year. She's going to be around for another 30 at least.
Amazing. And it is, and fasting and detox is a anti-aging, like I was saying, with the decrease in the PKA enzyme, and also the less we eat, the longer we live. So they've proven that scientifically, because every time we eat, we're oxidizing. So I remember there was that big craze. They said we need to eat 7 meals a day. Yeah. Like that just creates too much oxidation. And I think something you probably noticed too, Sue, after the retreat, is that there is actually a decrease in your appetite, and that's because the leptin hormone is normalized. And we realize that quite often it is just the habit of the mind going, okay, 9:30 or 12:30, I have to have breakfast, lunch, dinner, that we then train ourselves to only eat when we're actually hungry, and to listen to the wisdom of our own bodies, I think is really important. And it's a great way to reset that after a detox and a fast.
Definitely. Thank you. Now, for everybody that's listening and today, and anybody that's watching the replay, you've got a special offer on for a free ebook called 5 Secrets to Detox. And if anybody downloads that, they go into the competition to win, drum roll, 1 free online healing retreat, Finding Peace in Turbulent Times. Do you want to just talk a little bit about this online retreat?
Yes. So I created this actually last year in the first lockdown, just because there were so many people that were unable to make it to the retreat. And I really wanted to be able to support people during these turbulent times. And that's why I did call it Finding Peace in Turbulent Times. So within the 5-day program, there's guided meditations, there's mindfulness workshop, there's a beautiful energy healing with Lama Tenda. I also do a talk on how to free ourselves from suffering, which has a lot of beautiful teachings in there. There's also a Meals for Healing recipe ebook, which has 55 recipes, including like food, smoothies, juices, and guided yoga, etc. So it's a beautiful daily guided retreat that is all online. And then if you are wanting to have one-on-one consultations with me, then that's also available as well. Obviously like this, not in person, but and also with our psychotherapists, our counsellors, we can also offer that as well, just to support people if they feel like they're needing that extra support. And as you mentioned, Sue, because I actually have a client at the moment in Melbourne who's doing the online healing retreat, and he wanted to do a juice cleanse at the same time. So we ordered his juices. Obviously, you have a juice company there you were mentioning too, Sue, that people could use. And then we had all the juices delivered. And then I do daily check-ins with him as well. So that's another option. If somebody feels they need that accountability every day, they want to check in with me, then again, we just tailor everything to ultimately what you need.
Perfect. And just for the listeners, Juice Institute, who are based in Blackwood in South Australia, we do have a special offer. Enlighten 10 is the special code, and you get 10% discount by using that code as being an Enlighten Tribe member. Great way of doing it. Order your juices, all cold pressed juices, and I think they've also introduced broth as well now.
Wow, amazing.
Now we're in spring, but so Gabby, who's the founder there, is just another beautiful soul like you, always wanting to help people and support people to their ultimate health and well-being. So it's fantastic.
And Sue, do you have a colonic place down there as well? And for infrared, like colonic hydrotherapy and infrared sauna?
Yeah, infrared sauna, you can come here. Retreat. And also Michelle Harper, remedial massage down at Oldenka. She's got a salt therapy room, and she's got the far infrared sauna that you can book in as well. But Bottoms Up Colonics, Kate Gardner from Bottoms Up Colonics, they're down at Old Ranella, and just the most divine, beautiful session. It's very healing. Like with you guys, you know, you can stay. The practitioner can stay with you and massage your belly and just help you through that and give you a hot water bottle, and it's a really nurturing experience. And I think there's a lot of negativity, or that's not the word. People have been very afraid of getting colonics. Because they might think it's very clinical, and there's some experiences that aren't very pleasant, because I have tried a few different alternatives. But what you guys do is just really, really nurturing. So, and the whole point is just get it out.
And like I was saying, because we are carrying that 2 to 6 kilograms of toxic waste, if we're not eliminating it, then what happens, it all gets reabsorbed back into the bloodstream, and it can cause an auto-intoxication, a self-poisoning of the system. So for anybody that is choosing to do a detox at home, that's why it's so important that all of your major organs of elimination are open, such as the skin with the sauna, the dry skin brushing, the colonics with the bowel, you know, clean, filtered, alkalized water for the kidneys, lungs, beautiful, you know, yoga and deep breathing. So, yeah, that's really important. So that's why, if you download my 5 Secrets to Detox, you'll see, those tips there as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time. Is there any more questions from anyone? I've got Sarah saying hello, everyone. Hi, Sarah. Any more questions before we say goodbye to beautiful Natalie?
And I just want to say hi, Dagmar and Peter, because they came to retreat with me in Bali, which was so beautiful. Obviously, Bali's not happening now, but I haven't seen Dagmar for so long. So thank you for joining us too, Dagmar, and everybody else for taking the time to have a listen.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. And I'm sure when the borders are all open and things are all beautiful, definitely consider booking yourself on a retreat with Natalie, because it is the best. And also, if you actually don't go to the full retreat, people can come and book and see you for a naturopath session, and you've got the clinic there, haven't you?
Most definitely. So they can just have a naturopathic massage, sauna, colonics. Yes, most definitely. So I'd love to meet you all. We're all here with open arms and open hearts.
Beautiful angels. Beautiful angels. So if you want to check on your Facebook page and your website, and people can actually purchase the Byron Bay Detox Greens from your website.
That's right.
Yep, and they can also get them from Danny at thefreewoman.com.au in South Australia. So you can get them from either place. What else was there? And for anybody wanting to check with Enlighten Tribe online global directory, all your details are on there as well, which is under sushaw.com.au.
Fantastic. And darling, we're going to mention the winner. You will mention the winner next week for the virtual online healing retreat.
Thank you. Yes. So the winner will be announced after you've all downloaded the free ebook, and Natalie will randomly select the winning ticket for the online healing retreat, and we'll announce it at next week's episode, which is to be announced soon. Okay. So thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, beautiful Natalie.
Thank you so much. Thank you.